Good morning. Good morning here. It is Monday, June 8th, 2026. We are currently here on planet Earth. As we wait for everyone to join in here today, welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, everyone. Alrighty. Here we are, Monday, June 8th, 2026, here on planet Earth. Welcome in, everybody. It is so great to see you all here today. Happy Monday. In this message for you, I have a story that will allude to a question that I encourage you all to ask yourself today. And that question that I encourage you to ask yourself today is, what is driving my behavior? What is driving my behavior? What is the root cause, in other words, of the effect that you are experiencing within your life or somebody else? Maybe it's your kids, they're acting out and you're not too sure what's going on, or you're behaving in a way that's a little bizarre. Instead of condemning and getting down on yourself, what I encourage you to do is ask yourself a deeper question of what is really going on here? What is really going on here? I'll share a story. My husband and I and my little guy, he's 6 months this week, we were on a road trip this weekend, and on Saturday morning, I thought it was cool to walk around a little bit and trespass on somebody's lawn. And before I knew it, they were coming out of their house saying, "Excuse me, what's going on?" I had found a secret garden in the back of their yard, and I thought that it was cool to just perch up and, kick my feet up on their property and, see what happens. When I got back to the Airbnb where we were staying, I looked at my husband and he looked at me and he said, "What is going on here?" And I thought about that for a second, and we're doing all sorts of things throughout the day. We're acting out in different ways, and I looked at him and I said, "I think I'm searching for adventure." How often, though, are we condemning the behavior or the outcome or the effect without looking at the root cause? Right then and there, I was able to say, okay, I'm seeking adventure. I'm seeking thrill. There's an unneed met within myself that isn't getting met. And so I'm literally venturing out for adventure. I'm literally venturing out for danger. And, as entrepreneurs, I'm an entrepreneur. My husband is an entrepreneur. We understand the adrenaline rush that comes with risk and reward and all of the things that entrepreneurship and the life of entrepreneurship brings. However, in that moment, it was a deeper invitation to ask ourselves, what is going on here and how can we get those needs met in different ways? We were able to communicate about it. But when I was little, I don't know about you guys, but when I was little, my dad, he used to yell at me for acting out in specific ways. This need for adventure has been within me since I was little, but how often do we condemn our kids or yell at our kids for acting out, for being who they are, without exploring deeper why they are the way they are? What is actually driving that behavior? And how can we facilitate that growth? How can we facilitate that energy that needs to be expressed? And how can we encourage with curiosity that which is to be expressed, which is their nature, right? Which is your nature. And so that's my question for you guys today, is to ask yourself, what is driving your behavior? Get to the root cause of what's happening and maybe pause on it. It might not be something that is one of those things where you're like right away, man, I completely understand this. A lot of times we have unconscious patterns that are running our lives, and it really takes a level of awareness. It really takes a new level of intention to notice what is actually driving our behavior in any area of our life. If you find yourself overeating, if you find yourself overworking out, if you find yourself addicted to different things, ask yourself, what is actually driving this? Is it the need to be appreciated? Is it the need to feed a pain that you haven't resolved or a stress that you haven't addressed? If you're lashing out, is it maybe that you're just tired? Do you just need to rest and you're tired and exhausted and you need a rest and recharge? Well, communicate that, right? But how can we communicate something that we don't understand? This is about understanding. How can we communicate things that we don't even understand ourselves? It's impossible. So today, I encourage you, when you find yourself doing something out of the norm, or maybe as you find yourself doing what is considered quote unquote the norm, ask yourself, what's driving my behavior here? Why am I doing what I'm doing? And those around you, approach it from a place of space and grace, understanding why maybe they might be doing what they're doing without judgment, condemnation, etc. This is not about avoidance. This is not about denial or delusion. This is about understanding the root cause of everything that is running our experienced reality. From that place, you can have a deeper understanding for yourself and others with compassion and love instead of condemnation. And it's hard to do because it takes a new level of awareness. The easy thing is to lash out at the kids when they act a specific way. The easy thing to do is to get mad at that person for cutting you off in traffic. But maybe they're going through something that we know nothing about. You know, they say everybody's fighting a battle that we literally know nothing about. From that place of curiosity and understanding, we can now have grace, patience, and a greater sense of purpose and presence. That's what it's about, presence. And so that's my message for you guys today. It's a super simple one. Ask yourself, what is driving my behavior? And as we close this session out today, I encourage you, wherever you are, as you are, to settle into this present moment here and now, as we take a deep belly breath in and a deep belly breath out. What is a belly breath? A belly breath is a diaphragmic breath that comes from our diaphragm, and we connect to that area. You can hold it. Excuse me. Excuse me. Allow yourself to be as you are, where you are, as we take a deep breath in. Picture a balloon filling up as you breathe in. Exhale. Another deep breath in. Hold, 2, 3, exhale. That breath is happening thousands and thousands times a day. It's connecting to that breath that allows us to recenter, re-engage, recalibrate, reignite what is actually happening within us and around us. When you're stressed, return to your breath. When you feel blessed and you're high on energy, return to your breath. When you're angry, return to your breath. When somebody cuts you off in traffic, return to your breath. Beyond thought, everything is all right. You're okay in this present moment. But our mind will take us past, future, past, future. The past is done. The future hasn't come. All we have is this present moment now. And in this present moment, there are no problems. There are no problems. I hope this message encourages you all today. Congratulations for showing up as we practice presence, as we practice and embody these things that we know to be true, but oftentimes living life will, throw curveballs and, take us away from what already is, which is that presence, that joy, that light, that love, that exuberance. And so today, I pray that you all have a great day and settle into this beautiful moment and ask yourself the deeper questions of what is driving my behavior. Way to show up today. I look forward to talking to you guys on Wednesday, same time, Friday, same time. Until next time, take care, be well, and bye for now.